Friends, as I was talking about the nationalism or internationalism and individual, how long and how which way they want to stretch their imagination and that acceptance, this is a very kind of a theoretical idea and perception. So nationalism is very much required for individual, I told you, and this is a part of your day-to-day basis activities. If you do not love where you see the way Rabindranath has seen that India is a boundaryless one, his concept of nation is totally different from what is today. He was thinking your knowledge and wisdom should be boundaryless. Nation is just an identity, is nothing to do with everything. It's a very holistic way of analyzing the whole thing. Probably in the philosophical way, understanding this is a good and ideal thing, but sometimes in reality, ideal thing is doesn't work at the end of the day. It has been seen in many ways. Friends, I don't like to again continue the nationalism debate. Probably I will have separate session about the nationalism. As I have told you, I have my views. So nationalism, what's suited for the Europeans, it doesn't apply. If that is the case, if they are very holistic way of analyzing the whole thing, then why British has to invade or rule different India, different whole India, whole Europe, half of the globe, why British has ruled. So for them, it is very good that nationalism is a very bad element, because when you try to be a patriotic and try to come and break that ceiling that you want to have freedom, that knowledge and wisdom, when it goes and individuals try to liberate them from this ruling part, then it is a very kind of dangerous thing for them, nationalism. That's why nationalists are a very kind of a bad element in society. It's been treated. I'll tell you that nationalism also taken by, this concept was taken by your Nobel Foundation, whoever is very kind of a nationalist. For them, nationalism is a very kind of a bad concept until or unless you have the global vision and wisdom to consider people. This is a very theoretical and fundamental way analyzing all those things. Then how this Europe is also, each country is separated. It is not under a very kind of a democratic way. Each country is doing in Europe individually, they are liberated, but they have a common European Union. In India, we have also after 1947, all the states, they run their democracy independently, and we have a central government to monitor everything. In Europe, there is nothing called central government. So each small country, like our small state, they are all liberated, and Britain is also separated. They don't like to mix with the rest of Europe. I'll come back to you in that part. For them, it is good to have all those things, this nationalism concept. Finally, those things, if you analyze in micro level, I told you, if you consider your home, if you are a supporter of a international views, your house should not have any lock and key or any door and window for that matter. In India, there is a place called, in Maharashtra, it is from here, it is 200 kilometer, maybe 150 kilometer away, called Sunny Singdana. It is in after Nasik. From there, it is 40 kilometer away. There is a village concept. Those houses are not having any kind of doors or window. It is open. It is because there is no theft, or people are very nice and honest. That's why people feel that their house should not have any kind of doors and window. But in today's time, till those things are existing, means people have the belief. Probably we need to be honest on many other things, but the world is not thinking in that direction. So the concept of nationalism can be brought at your own home. Whoever is believing, it is not possible without having nationalism or self-belief or patriotism. You cannot have the views of idea. First, you have to be a nationalist, then probably you can think globally everything. That is possible. This is one more higher order probably one is taking. So in my opinion, you cannot think of internationalism without thinking of nationalism. So to become nationalist, to become internationally recognized person, first you have to be a nationalist. So nationalism gives your identity. That identity comes from a state. So you cannot have separate thing directly. You cannot separate the internationalism and nationalism, and the nationalism is a bad element and internationalism is a bad good thing. That parameter, that view cannot be taken by also Nobel Foundation, the intellectual people, the way they represent. I'll come back to you why I have referred the Nobel Foundation part. Probably that is going to give you different sense altogether. Sorry, sorry. I'm not well, but till I'm continuing, I want to finish this my ideas, whatever there in my mind. That's why I'm little pain also. I'm trying to finish it. I'm sorry for that, for the cough and other things. So sorry. Friends, what I want to convey over here, the nationalism debate or internationalism, who is what? Rabindranath Tagore is in a conflict of two things. Say he is not able to place himself. My purpose is not talk about nationalism or internationalism, how and which way people see it. It is their personal choice. So Rabindranath was not very happy with Mahatma Gandhi, the activities, the very simple fact. So in that context, I want to say Mahatma Gandhi taken a lead for Indian National Congress. He was a prominent figure. Then coming back to the second identity or second leader, Jawaharlal Nehru. He was also not known to Mahatma Gandhi. So I'll give you the background of Jawaharlal Nehru. He is coming from Allahabad, origin from Kashmir Pandit to coming to Delhi to Allahabad, the family, and he is getting education from home education. He is also going to UK, United Kingdom, and getting his education, and he's also pursuing his law degree from inner house, whatever say inner house in London. He's getting those education. After sorry, many years staying in abroad, he is, I think, probably Trinity College also got admission, got inner house, then he has spent his few years career in London. So he is coming back to India again to Allahabad for practice. So what he is supposed to do is the family father used to do the practice, law practice. He also want to continue that part. That time, Indian freedom movement, Mahatma Gandhi is leading. Everybody knows Mahatma Gandhi. So Jawaharlal Nehru had different ideas. So he is again another nationalist. People talk about his nationalism also was there. So he wants to serve the nation. Then he joined Mahatma Gandhi. So what had happened in between? I'll tell you a story about the whole thing, that how Mahatma Gandhi is also Jawaharlal Nehru coming and joining Mahatma Gandhi's movement, and he was very close to Mahatma Gandhi. And there are a lot of things has gone. There are a lot of emotional thing that has gone. Mahatma Gandhi has got a lot of emotion space for Nehru family for many reasons. Those emotions thing, how it is destroyed the very core of Indian freedom movement and the spirit of freedom movement. That is what I want to tell over here. Here there are few things I want to tell you. The another personalities also coming into the picture, that is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, he born in Odisha. It is again I told you it is unified India, 1897. All those personalities. He's coming back to Calcutta. Sorry. He's coming back to Calcutta from his earlier education from Cuttack. Then he's coming to Calcutta in Presidency College. The Presidency College is one of the prestigious colleges in Bengal under British. Still, it is a prestigious college today. So he has taken admission in BA. So but he also directly involved himself in the freedom movement, and in a lot of times he has fought because a lot of British teacher used to be there in this presidency college. For various reasons he fought, and he was sacked many times. So finally he could complete his BA, and he went to Cambridge University for his further studies. And they are from a very affluent family. So Subhash Chandra Bose also got exposed to foreign country, foreign education, everything he has got. So finally, his father's wish that Subhash Chandra Bose want to become an Indian civil servant, and that time it's a very kind of a prestigious job, because that time under British rule, this today's IAS, the same kind of exam it has to be conducted in UK. So Subhash Bose went for education over there, and father suggested him to get into this exam, and first attempt he could qualify this exam, and he got also very nice rank. So in the first attempt he cleared it, but finally he has given thought he want to scrap that idea. So understanding certain thing here, Jawaharlal Nehru also coming from UK, coming to India, he is starting practice. Subhash Chandra Bose going to UK, and he cleared that exam, and it's a very kind of a lucrative job. Clearing ICS, Indian Civil Service, in that time, British time, is a very, very tough job to clear it, but Subhash Chandra Bose in one attempt cleared it. One can understand his IQ level that of Subhash Chandra Bose, and throwing, not accepting this job, it's a very kind of a surprising thing for the British. Probably that day, probably British has understood that how much potential this person is having, and that time his views about his political views, something was known to them. They found that is again a threat for them. As I have told you, when Subhash Bose entered into the political domain, his views are totally different. He was taken a very kind of a drastic step that is called the violence movement. And Mahatma Gandhi is the follower of non-violence movement. So within Congress, there is again a conflict. So Subhash Bose gradually also entered in the political domain through Mahatma Gandhi. Again, Jawaharlal Nehru already was there. So friends, I want to bring one more character over here, or two more character over here, in order to complete or understand the whole thing. One knows that Firoz Jahangir Gandhi, Ghandy, Gandhi. So he is from a Parsi family. So he also got into affiliated to Mahatma Gandhi's vision, Indian freedom movement, Indian National Congress. They also want to join, because that time the party, the vision of Indian National Congress is something to fight against the British. Whoever wants to join, they are welcome. So this gentleman, Firoz Jahangir Gandhi, who later on taken the surname of Mahatma Gandhi, Gandhi, that surname has been taken. Here it is a very interesting point to note that Firoz Jahangir Gandhi is becoming Firoz Gandhi, a Parsi person, Parsi Muslim, is converting and taking the surname of Mahatma Gandhi. Now here are few questions. It indicates how much emotionally involved Mahatma Gandhi with Firoz Gandhi. That has to be taken out of textbook. It has to be analyzed. One has to put the rational thought that somebody is taking the surname. So this is very interesting. That surname has changed the entire dynamics of 100-year Indian history. That today, whoever Gandhi we are seeing It is coming from Mahatma Gandhi's Gandhiji to Firoz Jahangir Gandhi to Indira Gandhi is getting married to Firoz Jahangir Gandhi because Firoz Jahangir Gandhi was studying in London School of Economics. Almost in the same time, all are getting education from the Britain. So Britain is the very kind of a giving lot of raise education and all those whoever is coming from there. So Indira Gandhi is also coming from London. She is studying there, pursuing his bachelor's degree over there. So they are in love. Firoz Jahangir Gandhi and Indira Priyadarshini Gandhi. Indira Priyadarshini Gandhi is directly is daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru. So imagine Rabindranath is giving name of Indira Priyadarshini Gandhi, Indira Priyadarshini Nehru that time. After that converted to Indira Priyadarshini Gandhi. So who has given shelter? Mahatma Gandhi has given shelter when the family opposed the marriage because Jawaharlal Nehru has not taken these things very lightly. He was serious about this marriage of Indira Gandhi, only daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru. So he objected, the whole family members objected, they are against this marriage. They both of them, then Firoz Gandhi and Indira Nehru that time, they went and met Mahatma Gandhi. Again, Mahatma Gandhi is a catalyst over there. So he helped to resolve and they make a kind of a family life or marriage or whatever you say. Again, this is a kind of a very emotional attachment. The association with Mahatma Gandhi, Indira Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, and Firoz Gandhi and political movement, it's basically a kind of a family thing. So family, all the members are known to each other and they are fighting against the British and they have got the education from Britain. So there are many issues are involved. I want to analyze Mahatma Gandhi here. Mahatma Gandhi is not able to separate himself from the professional freedom movement and personal thing. He mixed up certain things. He was emotionally involved with the Nehru family or Gandhi family, whichever way one can see it. Probably historian can give different light in that direction. Only I am bringing those emotions over here because all used to follow Hinduism. Here, the important part over here is the Maya is coming to the picture. When Maya is coming, I have told in many videos, when Maya is coming into the picture, your rational thought process or emotional thought process, what is bad and what is good, one is totally blind with emotions, passion, or that kind of things. When it's coming, you are not able to separate two things. That's why the basic things were diluted over here. Friends, I told almost covered. Again, Muhammad Ali Jinnah is also a very kind of a literate, qualified person. He is also coming. His theory is by nation theory and bringing religion into picture. He is demanding the religion should be given a separate status or separate state. I'll come back to about Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Similar way, in 1930-35 even, B.R. Ambedkar also coming into the picture. B.R. Ambedkar is also a qualified person, is very qualified person. On later stage, he has given the Indian Constitution part, writing part job is given to them. I'll explain afterwards that what is his role and what is his idea and how he has written the Indian Constitution. That part I'm going to talk. Friends, what I'm here trying to tell over here, Mahatma Gandhi is whatever things he has done everything emotionally and he has blindly accepted whatever thing Jawaharlal Nehru wants to do, and those things has either is a bad thing, good thing, whatever thing, he has started to promote Mahatma Gandhi in a different way in Indian National Congress. His role So he has given a lot of priorities to him. He has even given priorities to Firoz Jahangir Gandhi. So that, or Firoz Gandhi, what you call it, he has given a lot of importance to it. So those importance is diluted the very concept of Indian freedom movement. That way I feel. Friends, I want to come back to you about an important incident that has changed the total dynamics of Indian National Congress or Indian freedom movement. That part I am going to talk about. And I told you Subhash Chandra Bose also entered into the politics. In freedom movement, his views are been seen by Rabindranath Tagore. So initial level, Rabindranath used to criticize Subhash Chandra Bose's many ideas when Subhash Chandra Bose was a small kid studying in Presidency College. He went to Santiniketan, met Rabindranath Tagore with other friends. So Rabindranath gave him a job to do some kind of social work. So Subhash Chandra Bose was expecting to do some kind of creative thing because already Rabindranath has got Nobel Prize that time in 1913. I'm talking about after 1913. Subhash Chandra met Rabindranath Tagore, and that time there are some Subhash Bose got something to do some kind of social service. Subhash Bose is not taken also those things very lightly. After coming back from Santiniketan, Subhash Bose was also involved with Saraswati Puja in City College because Rabindranath is totally against of any kind of ideal worshipping. Saraswati image in City College, even Arya Samaj also their basic concept is not to have any kind of murti. So there is a conflict. Rabindranath has written that about Subhash Chandra Bose. He is not doing the right thing probably. After that, there are many occasions he has got the opportunity, both Tagore and Subhash Chandra. Then Tagore has changed his mind probably. He has got a lot of sympathy towards Subhash Chandra Bose. I am going to talk about that part. Subhash Chandra Bose is the first person to say Mahatma Gandhi is the Jatir Janak, the father of the nation. But same person, Mahatma Gandhi, politically how he has given a treatment, that is the thing I want to highlight over here. Same Rabindranath also praised Subhash Chandra Bose in a very different way, and he has got a lot of sympathy towards him. And that is the puzzle of history. That is, I am talking about 1939, the Tripuri Congress over here. The Tripuri Congress has changed the entire dynamics of Indian politics. It has changed the career of a person totally 360-degree way. Subhash Chandra Bose in 1938, he was the president of Congress already elected. He was running as a president of Indian National Congress, and his views are totally known to everybody. So he is a very kind of critic of Mahatma Gandhi's the philosophy of non-violence, and whoever the follower, he used to criticize a lot. So he used to criticize in a way that they are intellectually very poor, and it is known to Mahatma Gandhi, and those criticism Mahatma Gandhi has not taken by heart very lightly. So Mahatma Gandhi is a different kind of person. Again, he follows Satyagraha. So Subhash Chandra follows direct movement, and many times Mahatma Gandhi talks about the opinion because finally everybody wants to have freedom, but in which way it has to be followed, everybody has got the opinion in that direction. So there is no direct fight in between. It is the intellectual fight altogether, and everybody has got the opinion that way. But friends, in 1939, in the Tripuri Congress, what had happened? Tripuri Congress, Subhash Chandra was in 1938. Already he was the president. He was fighting election. Again, he wants to put his nomination. He has given the nomination for second time to become, to see whether he is eligible to become second terms also the Indian National Congress president. So there is a election process. In this election process, so he's already submitted his nominations over there, and same way Mahatma Gandhi has seen in a different way. He felt though there should be a competition, or so he was not liking. It is understood that he was not liking that Subhash Chandra Bose put his paper over there for again contesting this part. So Mahatma Gandhi told Jawaharlal Nehru, that time Jawaharlal Nehru was in Europe 1938 when he was back. 1939, that Tripuri Congress before that, he told Jawaharlal Nehru to put his nomination to fight for the election. So Subhash Chandra Bose is directly rejected that proposal. That proposal he told no, he is not going to fight the election. He went for a Europe trip because Jawaharlal Nehru is a writer also. He has written many things and those things are available in public domain. He told no, he is not going to fight. Then he proposed Dr. Maulana Azad's name. Maulana Azad also told no, he is not also going to fight. Then Mahatma Gandhi, with no option left, he recommended Dr. Pattabi Sitaramaya's name to fight for this Congress president post. So, is a nominee from Mahatma Gandhi against Subhash Chandra Bose. What had happened in this election? That is a very interesting thing I want to tell over here. Just wait for a minute. In this Tripuri Congress, what had happened? Subhash Chandra Bose defeated Pattabi Sitaramaya with a very narrow margin, but it's a very kind of a clear win. Subhash Chandra Bose got 1,580 votes and Sitaramaya got 1,377 votes. Now, the real equation, as per this thing, Subhash Chandra is eligible to become second term the president of Indian National Congress. But Mahatma Gandhi made a very kind of a statement that the defeat has not been taken very lightly. He told, this is my defeat too. It is not Sitaramaya's defeat, it is my defeat. I take the whole responsibility on my shoulders. And how bad he felt about the whole thing, one can imagine. And their actual things are coming into the picture. In the working committee, the president is one thing, you have a working committee. So working committee, were the followers, who were following Mahatma Gandhi, their numbers are also very more. And a lot of people, they are not liking Subhash Chandra Bose because of his sharp mind, or because here it is coming that why Subhash Chandra Bose is much more different from the rest lot because of his sharp analytical power or many things that is even not liked by the British. Again, friends, it is like no, it is always you see all the mediocre people, they want to be together to, if somebody is there in a sharp mind or intelligent mind, they are trying to criticize it. That is the human nature. In that context, if you analyze the whole thing, probably matter will be clear. And Subhash Chandra Bose already told that whoever this Mahatma Gandhi's follower, they have low IQ or shallow knowledge, many other things that is been documented things. He is telling all those things openly, that is known. So nobody will take those things very heartily or openly if you do not have the open mind to accept that part. So finally, Mahatma Gandhi took is a personal level while Subhash Chandra Bose told that how to go about it. Subhash Chandra Bose has got a feeling that there is something is going wrong in this thing. In this Tripuri Congress, the matter was clear. Before that, in Wardha, just few months back, it is in Congress Working Committee where Subhash Chandra Bose is not able to present himself physically because of his illness. So he send a telegram stating that the matter to be postponed till the final committee meeting where things will be decided in the Tripuri Congress, that is in Jabalpur. The place is called Tripuri. So from there, this Tripuri Congress is coming to the picture. But what had happened in the Wardha working committee meeting when Mahatma Gandhi and all, when Subhash Chandra is sending the telegram, all those members have not taken it very seriously. They feel that he is doing kind of a dictator kind of attitude and arrogance and all. That arrogance has not taken lightly. All they have taken very seriously. Then they just started to abuse him in many ways and criticize him in many ways. So what had happened finally, he is not able to present there. So in that time, Dr. Vallabhbhai Patel and all, they are also the working committee members. They are very much in Congress. So there are total 11 working committee members. They have resigned from the working committee. So his matter went up to Tripuri Congress. And in Tripuri Congress, what happened when Subhash Chandra Bose was very ill, he is taken to stretcher and he is very weak. His health is not supporting, and that time he has realized how Mahatma Gandhi was silent and brutally treated him, not given a chance to form or become the president of Indian National Congress. And after that, that history is known to everybody, how he has resigned and left Indian National Congress, then formed his own party, that is the Forward Bloc. It is the single-handed way destroying the democracy of Indian National Congress by Mahatma Gandhi. That history is very clear. A clear winner how is been not given the space to become the president of Congress party, and that time the working committee members, whoever are there, they're totally against Subhash Chandra Bose. There's a kind of a hard debate topic is there, but Subhash Chandra Bose felt probably is enough, and he submitted his resignation and not to continue with Congress. That history is everybody is knowing. I want to bring one point over here. Is a Mahatma Gandhi probably officially brought the corruption in political corruption, corrupt mind. That is what I was trying to tell over here, into bringing in the Congress party to give preference to his set of people. Again, this nepotism debate, when I was talking that too much love for Jawaharlal Nehru, when Jawaharlal Nehru told he doesn't like to fight the election, then he is bringing his own person. So again, you can understand what I am trying to tell over here. So Mahatma Gandhi, what kind of personality, it is known to everybody. Probably these things are not been written in a documented form, and one has to, I told you, one has to read in between lines. I am not telling much more on that direction now. If anybody's wisdom now probably can analyze those things very critically, they can have their own opinion in that direction. I have nothing to say. So, friends, Subhash Chandra Bose is left, and you know everybody how he has taken, and he went out from Calcutta in 1941, how he fought from outside, going to Germany, giving all kind of forming INA. So that foes everybody. That is a very kind of a patriotic thing to know all those things that everybody knows I'm getting into. But he is sidelined gradually from the actual freedom movement, and he thought probably those people are not capable to bring freedom. If they want to propagate, promote this non-violence movement, it will take another few more years to get freedom. Because already Second World War going on that time, the situation is not that good. So he wanted to have the opportunity and he went out. That history probably I am not describing over here. The Mahatma Gandhi's, again, the love for the Nehru Gandhi family is too much to handle it. So that emotions also played a very kind of a punching role. And Jawaharlal Nehru, everybody knows his relationship with Lord Mountbatten, their family, wife. So those are very lot of love story. Probably one can go. My interest is not there, but what I want to bring over here that too much emotion that is involved, and Mahatma Gandhi's blessings are there everywhere. That again, Indira Gandhi and all those people are blessed from Mahatma Gandhi from emotional point of view. Whether those emotions or those Maya, how much eroded our political movement, that has to be understood closing your eyes, and I can understand. And so when your rivalry, right, your Lord Mountbatten, you are praising and all those things, and you have direct relation and all those things. So those British are very clever. I have told you, British are the very, very clever human species on earth in many lectures I have told you, and they are not ordinary minds. Again, for the Israel, I have told Israel also is under British rule, how they have divided. And in 1947, exactly the same thing has happened. India got freedom with partition. The dream everybody used to see that there will be unified India, their dreams are shattered. So Mahatma Gandhi was still alive that time, 1947. Everything had happened in front of his eyes. What Jawaharlal Nehru, what Jinnah, what Lord Mountbatten, everybody was doing, those are all known and critically documented. One can read Freedom at the Midnight and all those. There are all those documents. Now the question again here, whether we have got the freedom or not, it is transfer of power. That is again written in the documentation. One can go through the whole thing. The mystery of Indian freedom, whether you got the freedom or you have got the transfer of power, the same mystery is there in 1968-69, your Nobel Prize in Economic Science, whether those are Nobel Prize or something else, that has to be understood. I'll come back to you since I'm correlating. I have enough time to discuss. I told I have read history up to when I was a kid of 15 years, 35 years. I have not read history. I am just exercising my rational thought process, what Buddha has told me to do it. So I am speaking now in that direction. So friends, I'll come back to you about many other issues, how Subhash Chandra Bose was eliminated, how Mahatma Gandhi has played important role. I talked about whole issues and whole aspect about the whole thing in between. Indira Gandhi, she was married to Firoz Jahangir Gandhi. They are also living very happy life. So now I'll talk about the twist of the story, how after 1947, 15 August, after getting the freedom, how the journey has been taken place. Jawaharlal Nehru, obviously the blessings of Mahatma Gandhi was there. He got that deserving post of Prime Minister of India, and Mahatma Gandhi, Muhammad Ali Jinnah got the place of to become Prime Minister of Pakistan. So there are two nations. So two nation theory was successful, and Dharma came into the picture, and it has taken a kind of a virulent shape. The two nation theory was very much successful. Everybody fulfilled their so-called wisdom. Now here I want to talk about few things. Here everybody is nationalist in that. Right, Jawaharlal Nehru is a nationalist. Mahatma Gandhi was nationalist. So he is very much nationalist. He is a hyper nationalist. People talk about hyper nationalist. This is what terminology given by the Nobel Foundation. Because very interesting thing is there, Mahatma Gandhi in between he applied for the Nobel Prize, Nobel Peace Prize many times. Probably many people don't know about that Mahatma Gandhi not applied once, not twice, not thrice, not four times. He has applied for 5 times for the Nobel Prize. Friends, it is a very interesting note that 5 times one person is sending through proper channel, whatever channel, 5 times Nobel Prize. Because Nobel Foundation was established in 1896 And I will correlate to bring this Nobel Prize and Mahatma Gandhi, and interestingly, Jawaharlal Nehru also given his nomination for the Peace Prize not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times he has sent his application for getting Nobel Prize, which means how hard one is eager to have the Nobel Prize. And I'll talk about how the Nobel Foundation has seen their application and what is their opinion. I'll bring also those things into the picture. So please wait for a minute. Probably I'm bringing little clarity of thoughts in my presentation. It will be more interesting probably to note everything. Thank you very much. I'll come back to you. Have a cup of tea. I'll come back.